What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond, and I'm back with an all new episode of Porsha Family Matters. Y'all, the first 5 minutes of this had me dying and also irritated at the same time. But let's get into it. So we're continuing with the disaster that's happening at dinner. Porsha is asking security to get Dennis and his sluts and his mother out, right? Dennis is telling Mama Darlene, yo, your daughter is the one that's starting shit. She's standing in grown folks' business. She a kid. Let her stay out of it. No, she's not. She's an adult. And it's no, we're not doing that. But he said, it's your fault because you were allowing her to be disrespectful. No, I'm not. So, of course, Porsha and Dennis going back and forth. She calls him a no good ass nigga. Mama Gina said, you don't have to yell at him. You doing too much. You out of your mind. Porsha, I said what I said. And again, like I said in my last video, it looked like where Portia's face is, she is directing that energy to Mama Gina. And while she's saying, you heard what I said, I can see the neck rolling. I can see the bundles waving back and forth. And I think right when they're about to go hand in hand, Porsha lunges at Mama Gina. Dennis steps in between. Of course, Porsha, boom, 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 boom. A fight breaks out, as we can see. And I believe Porsha wasn't recognizing the type of lunge that Dennis was doing, because it wasn't to come at her. It was for coming to the middle to stop him, for stop both of y'all fighting, right? And this was so funny. Everybody swinging, everybody holding her back. It's like, what the fuck you doing? Lawrence pulling on Dennis. What the fuck you doing? Stop, stop. But Dennis, like, first of all, they coming at my mother, bro. They coming at my mother. They got my mother. And Lawrence like, calm down. Calm down. I got your mother, right? I got it. Calm down. Porsche swinging. You gonna try to hit me, bitch? Where your fucking mother at? Oh my God. Like, really? She said, where the fuck your mother at? Left and right. Like, Porsche really wanted to hit it. Like, you searching for it. That means you really wanted to hit her. Everybody is pulling them apart. Everybody screaming. Aunt Darlene. Aunt Darlene is pulling Dennis, pulling him down. He is looking like, what the fuck are you doing? Pulling his sweater, pulling him down, dragging. And everybody, Lauren W., the assistant, Mama Darlene, let go, let go, let go. I don't know what's going on. Everybody's telling Mama Darlene, let go, let go, let go. Stop, stop, stop. Then he's looking down like, what the fuck is she doing down there? He's trying to leave and move. Lauren was like, stop, stop, stop. I don't know what's going on. What the fuck you doing? Well, stop, stop, stop. And then, I don't know, we just heard everybody scream Miss Darlene's name, and she's saying, stop, stop, stop. Here goes Storm. You hitting my motherfucking mama again. Dennis' hands are being held down, right? So every time he moves from one end to another end, someone's hitting him. When Storm tried to reach at him, he's looking like, what the fuck? He can't even react to anything. Storm is all hitting him. He's dodging like, what the hell is happening here? And Miss Darlene goes right back again to try to hit them. I think she tried to scratch him and everything. Everybody, Miss Darlene, stop, 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 stop. And I believe someone said, he didn't try to hit your daughter, Miss Darlene. Stop, stop, stop. And everybody's coming at Porsha, trying to calm her down. Portia's throwing plates. She grabs the mic stand to try to hit him. Everybody's telling her to calm down. She is moving left and right, janking everywhere. Simon's trying to hold her down. All I see is go naked hair flying back and forth. Let me the fuck go. Let me go. And like she's picking up everything to throw at this man. And security is telling her to calm down, calm down. Production said, calm down, calm down. I already talked about Miss Darlene, and Storm is like, I already said all that. Like, Dennis had no way of defending himself because his arms were being held down the entire time. He couldn't react to nothing. Everybody's coming at him. Storm, Porsha, Miss Darlene. All I'm seeing is screaming and screaming and screaming. Lauren was like, oh my God, stop, stop. Get him out. Get him out. Calm down, calm down, calm down. Porsha, let me go. Stop, let me go. Let me go. Lonnie comes over to calm her down. Simon, no reaction. No reaction whatsoever. Dom's still on top of the couch for some odd reason. Everybody's saying, Dom, get down. Dom, get down. Dom. Then all of a sudden, Dom goes to the bar. He's going like this to the counter. Like he is so mad. He's so angry. I'm like, but you didn't do nothing. What you crying for? What you hyperventilating for? I mean, you started it, but why are you so shocked? Why are you so surprised that this happened? You didn't think this was gonna happen, but the shit you started, okay. And everybody's at the party, belligerent. Here goes Storm. She's crying. My lip is bleeding. Aunt Liz is praying over Porsha. Did I already say it? Did I already say it already? Because I want to say it. Oh yeah, Porsha. I'm sorry. Before I get to that part, Porsha screaming on top of Simon. He touched my family. He touched my family. Here you go, Simon. No reaction whatsoever. None whatsoever. While, oh my gosh, she's so belligerent, right? She's so belligerent. She's crying. And Liz was praying over Porsha. Girl, I bind thee in the name of Jesus. Satan, get thee behind me. I bind you. I bind you. Get away from me, Satan. Get away. Simon, can you get her shoes? Can you get her shoes? I don't want her stepping on this glass. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. It was so funny. And they said, we're not going to go. Dom gets escorted out. He crying. Again, I'm like, what you crying for? You didn't do nothing. You did not engage in any of this. I mean, you started it by bringing up an old ass conversation that should have been squashed and over with. And yet you're sitting there like you was a part of that melee. You wasn't part of that. Porsha getting loud with everybody, getting at the production, the mic stand, Storm. Everybody's caught in the melee, but you're standing there watching it. You didn't get into it. And then everybody's calming down. They leave. It was so funny to see the waiter bring drinks. I'm like, what you bringing drinks for? The night is over. Ain't nobody drinking. Drinks are cut off. Then as they're leaving, here go Porsha. I need him to be arrested in the Mexican prison, him and his bitch ass mother. He's a fucking animal. Whoa, Porsha. Whoa. Right then and there. Porsha, you're not going to spin this and blame this on Dennis. That's what you're not going to do. Because this is not Dennis's fault. Be mindful. This is not Dennis's fault. This is you overreacting to old ass news that you should have been healed and let go of. Okay? And this goes back to what Lauren said in the beginning. You're not taking the time to heal. You're not participating. You just keep on saying, I'm fine. God got me. Girl, bye. So this is still continuing with the night, right? Lauren is deeply disappointed in everybody else at the table. She thought they made changes. She thought that everybody was making good effort. It all backfired. Lauren, let me tell you, the only person who made a change to me was Dennis and Gina and Londi. Everybody else wanted to stay in the past and wanted to keep bringing up Dennis's past because that's what Porsha wanted to do. So everybody is going back and forth with how they felt about the night, right? Dom feels like, I think Simon's going to run after this. Because it's found some crazy. Storm, I thought we were going to have meditations and shamans. Now I got dirt in my legs. Storm, get the fuck out of here. Because while you're trying to accuse Dennis of physically and you, and he's a Pedialyte, I feel like the dynamics have changed of how much you're trying to portray him out to be the bad guy because you engaged in that fight towards him because you thought he hit your mother, but your mother went after him first, and Dennis can even defend himself. He just kept getting pulled and pulled left and right without any reaction whatsoever. So you could miss me with that, Storm. What happened after that? Aunt Liz, this is so heartbreaking that this is happening. I feel like we're going backwards. Londi, the family's even more divided. Don't know how we're going to come back from this. Here you go, Porsha. I cannot believe that they talked about something so traumatizing and a betrayal in my life when I was pregnant. She doesn't know where to go from this point, but she is so sorry for whatever part that she played. Porsha, you're going to have to miss me with this woe is me card. You're not dumb. You know what part you played in. And you saying whatever part, Porsha, the majority of what happened on this trip has been about your reaction this entire time. After last night, they showed what happened after that, but in text form. It's all black and all the words pop up. Dennis, his mother, and his guests left Cancun. Producers were informed that Porsha sent a text to everybody to not talk about last night. Everybody's happy, don't know why, and they get on the bus. I don't know. Simon didn't make it because it was supposed to be an all girls trip. I don't know what that meant, but the guys weren't supposed to come. But yet Dom is here. Okay, Porsha. So Lauren has a shaman waiting for them. It's really awkward. Nobody wants to talk about it. Portia's trying to have some type of cute conversation to sway the fact that she told them not to say nothing because she don't want them to say nothing because they're going to have a lot to say about everybody's part in this. And she don't want nobody else to speak about her part and everybody else's part because she wants the entire blame to be on Dennis and his mother for making this trip a worse nightmare. So, everybody asked, the producers asked everybody in their confessionals, did Porsha tell you not to talk about last night? Lauren's face. Dom's. Here go Londi. Yes. Because she called me, asked me how I was doing, but then to be silent about everything else. Aunt Liz. Mama Porsha don't want us to talk about last night. But I mean, we're on this 30-minute bus ride. This is a good time to talk about it. Lauren said this is supposed to be a retreat for healing. Let's heal and let's talk about it. But okay, here go Porsha. Porsha said everybody acting so cool about it. It's what we've been doing this entire time. This is how our family operates. We just sweep things under the rug. We don't talk about it. And it's just that. No, Portia, no. The reason why you have adapted this routine to not sweep things to sweep things under the rug is because you don't want to be held accountable to the part that you played. You want to keep on spinning that narrative that everybody does things to hurt you. You do not go out of your way to hurt nobody. You don't. You don't go out of your way to be petty, sneaky, passive aggressive, manipulative. You don't do that because you are just a wounded baby bird that is doomed to be mistreated, doomed to be betrayed, doomed to be hurt, as if you do not take a part in what happened after that or during that. Because can we go back? Let's go back. Please, let's go back. You know what I'm saying? And we find out that Porsha and Lauren's life coach, Elle, came in. Elle's also Lauren's business partner who turned life coach. And she's going to hold your ass accountable. And she told Elle to hold Porsha accountable in any means necessary if you find out that she needs to work on some things, right? So she wanted them to find out where do y'all go out, where do y'all start by recognizing your part and how you can harmonize with your family. I already said all that. Yeah, Porsche talks about everybody on the bus smiling, acting cool. She's used to it. Everybody, because we don't have to have no. That's not how things get healed, Portia. If you're sweeping it under the rug, then that means there's resentment adding on to what's not being said. And since you don't like when the hard things are being talked about, you want to sway it as people trying to hurt you, sway it as if you're being attacked. No. Just like how it was when Lauren said she felt guilty about how you made her feel when she worked for you and you felt it was an attack on you. No. Recognize how you make someone feel, understand it, and be better at it. Don't just feel like when someone tells you what's wrong about you, you don't want to take accountability because you feel like I can't be wrong. You can wrong me, but I can't wrong you. That's not how this works. No, not doing that. So they do a chakra cleanse because Lauren believes that everybody was working on being better, working on their issues, and then somebody's kicked it all down. The person who kicked it all down was Porsha, Lauren. Be honest about that. I feel like the only people who took your retreat seriously was Mama Gina, Londi, Aunt Liz, and Dennis. Everybody else just wanted camera time. All they wanted was camera time. Nobody wanted this to be a trip of healing. Nobody wanted to resolve their issues. That's not no. The people who went to your events, they wanted some healing. But Porsha, who wanted this whole thing to be about a blended family, Storm just wanted to be on TV. Dom just wanted to be a tag along in a kiss ass. Aunt Darlene wanted to be on TV. Lauren W, a paid assistant that wanted to be on TV. That's it. So, everybody closed their eyes. They meditate. Lauren wants everybody to not dwell on what happened last night. And let's breathe away the pain. And the pain, I forgot what chakra this was, but the color is red. And I feel like it's red because there's a cloud of anger and resentment surrounding Porsha, and she wants to tag everybody else in to feel her pain and to talk about what she wants to talk about, and don't talk about what she's done. Just talk about what she's been through. Don't talk about what she has caused. Don't talk about what she has partaked in. Oh no, 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 no. We cannot bring up what Porsha done because Porsha is an angel. She's a saint. We're not gonna talk about the bullshit she's exhibited this entire time. Oh hell no. We're gonna talk about the hurt she's been done by Dennis. That's the main thing we need to talk about, right? And to me, it looked like Portia didn't even want to sit there because she feels like this type of healing and meditating is not gonna help her deal with her issues. Well, Portia, why'd you come on this trip? Oh, because for TV. That's why. You're not trying to be healed. You're trying to stay in at past so you can be mad at every time. You can be mad every time someone mentions it to you. And Aunt Liz, I didn't sign up to sit here. Yeah. Portia feels like her dream has died of wanting to have a nice blended family, and it is very sad. Lauren believes that Portia and Dennis need to have individual therapy so they can tap into unconditional love because we're not answering because we're not tapping into the issues because they're going to the heart chakra where it's supposed to be a space for love and the color is green. But they need to come to a resolution about one another so that way they can move forward. They need closure. The only person who I feel like is still staying in the past is Portia. Granted, does Dennis still love Portia, wants to be with her? Absolutely. But he said in the beginning, if Portia's happy, then Pilar's happy. And that's where I'm happy. Right now, I'm not trying to be, and I don't think Dennis wants to be fooled with this shit again. Because while he is around, what's the first thing her family do? Bring up Dennis's past. Bring up what Dennis has done. We're not moving forward with anything, but they know Dennis because Dennis has made an opportunity to be integrated into her family. So they know parts of Dennis, but she doesn't want them to remember the good things about him, still rag on him what he did to me. So the last chakra is your head, where you can revolve, and develop. The color is violet. Aunt Liz said Portia made some bad decisions. She's let her friends guide her down the wrong path, and it's so difficult to separate Portia from the instigators. The family has lost what was important, which was the child. Amen, Aunt Liz. You better speak. That's exactly right. Because Portia allows for her yes men to speak for her and for them to get in trouble when she's the one telling them to say it. She knows she wanted Dom to bring up what happened with Dennis. And she knows she wanted Storm to come in and talk about what Dennis did or Dennis is still being this, this, and this. She knows she wanted that because Portia doesn't like the fact that Dennis is now being in a more positive light than we thought to believe when she was with him. Granted, what Dennis did to her was very fucked up, absolutely. But at least Dennis is not coming around here pulling wool over our eyes, telling us what we think the sky is green, but we know it's blue. That's you cannot change the narrative of what we already know, Portia. You cannot do that. And the fact that now, after the episode came out, there have been more people coming out and spilling your bullshit. A lot more people. You're talking about how I know I'm speaking in future tenses, but right now Portia and Simon are doing damage control by saying the cameras did not capture exactly what happened. I wish they did, and I wish I would have talked about it when it happened. No, you wouldn't. Because right now this is about to be a bullshit of what you just said right now. So the meditation is over. Lauren thanks everybody for coming. Right now, we cannot play games. It's our last night. No more finger pointing. No more placing the blame. And Elle said, you know what? When it comes to that, we need to focus on how we react in the moment. Because when something happens and you need to have a conversation with someone, you cannot write it off with, I already know what she's going to say. I already know what she's going about to do. I'm not going to fool with that. No. Have a conversation. Talk with grace because you don't know what that person's going to say. Just because you had a moment or you've had a repetitive process that they don't always have the right dialogue to explain their issues or explain the situation, that means you want to not give them a chance to hear them out and tell you exactly what happened. And that's what Portia don't want to do. Portia wants to write off as nobody wants to listen, nobody wants to be here, and I don't want to hear nobody else's answers because it's not going to be what I want to hear. You're supposed to be here with what I say, right? So, yeah, you stuck thinking that you know something about someone instead of giving them the benefit of the doubt and having a conversation. You can hear something different. And you can also learn about yourself on how you can approach a situation when you don't want to, but you can have a different outcome. So this is the last night, and everybody has to wear white because this is supposed to be, we're purified, we're clean, we're cleansed. So let's move on. So Aunt Liz talked about seeing a difference in Mama Gina. She thought she was getting better. She thought she was evolving. I guess nobody could see her evolving because we were going through so much issues and disastrous situations that nobody could see the changes. Nobody can see the development growing. And maybe she didn't get a chance to talk it out with the people she wants to talk it out with, aka Porsha, because Porsha wants to still stay stuck in mad mode because she don't like how Mama Gina isn't automatically taking her side in what happened with Dennis. Granted, don't know how many times we can say it, Porsha. Dennis was wrong for what he did to you, but that is Mama Gina's son. I am not going to write off my son as the scum of the earth because you're mad he cheated on you. I already told this man he was wrong, but that's still my son. You cannot have me turn against my son. That's not going to work just to make yourself feel better. No, not going to do that. So, no more finger pointing, no more pointing the blame. Yeah, I already said all that. So, the producers come in and say, first of all, pause, stop the plane. Here go Porsha. What plane? No. So, we're not going to talk about what happened last night. Silence. I mean, I'm hearing y'all talk about moving forward. Let's not place the blame. Let's evolve. Let's talk about things. But yet, everybody's talking in circles to not talk about what happened last night. What's up with that? I believe this needs to be a conversation. If y'all keep on talking about moving forward, understanding yourselves, have this conversation right now. This is open space and opportunity to have a talk. What's wrong? Porsche told him no. She told him don't do it. Londi agrees because no one wants to throw anybody under the bus. This is what she said. Because at the end of the day, these are successful Black women and men. And nobody wants to place a person under one blame. Nobody wants to place one person to be blamed. But Londi, did Porsche tell you to say that? Did she write that for you? Because that's bullshit. Everybody played a part at that dinner last night. Dom did by opening up his mouth. Storm by interjecting in things that had nothing to do with her. Darlene for tugging on Dennis. She had no reason to tug after that man. She had no reason to put her hands on that man for everything. She had no reason. Portia should not have overreacted over a situation that thought was hashed and dealt with. And she threw a fist at Dennis when he tried to stop her from going after his mother. And everybody's coming at Dennis, telling him, stop, stop, stop. But he never got a chance to defend himself. She's throwing plates. She's throwing mic stands. She is so irate and so belligerent like a Tasmanian devil. Everybody, Storm, lunging after Simon, lunging after Dennis when she thought he hit his mother. He hit her mother, and that's not what happened. Everybody played a part in that, Blondie. But Portia does not want nobody else to talk about that because she knows how it's going to make her look. Because she knows she overreacted in that moment, and everybody tagged along into making Dennis out to be the bad guy. That's what happened, and she don't want nobody else to know that. So again, the producers like, I mean, I can still film, but I feel like this will be a waste of tape if y'all not gonna talk about what happened. Portia, so you're gonna wrap up the scene? Okay, let's wrap up the scene. And she walks off. Portia, that lets me know you did not have as much as creative control as you thought you did when this show came about, because that right there proves me that you had your real intentions from jump. Your whole thing about this show was to paint Dennis out to be a bad guy and how you have your happily ever after, and he's not liking that. But that's not what happened. What happened was you're still stuck in the past. You still want Dennis, and Dennis is not reacting in the way that you want him to because you're flaunting Simon in front of him, and he's not being crazy. He's not throwing a fit. He's actually doing what he said he wanted to do, which was come on this trip in support of you and PJ and your relationship with Simon. But since that's not how you want things to go, you want to create things and make it seem it's bigger than what it was, like the robe. The robe, and now the situation that should have been dealt in the past, because we thought it was dealt with in the past, but yeah, you're bringing it up and getting triggered and going all over the place. So later that evening, when filming resumed, that's when Portia went to talk about the altercation. Everybody arrives in all white. The life coach wanted to know who was missing. Dennis and Gina left. Storm has been in her room the entire time because she's not feeling well, meaning she knows what part she played in, and Portia don't want her speaking. She told her to stay her ass in her room until we leave. That's why. I don't even think we're going to see Storm next episode. So, I think we're gonna let the night be where it were. I think the night went a little bit too far last night. I want people to focus on themselves, not focus on other people. I would love to hear if anything transformed their lives on this trip. Simon finally speaks up and says, um, I want to thank everybody for all the hard work. Don't let what happened yesterday to take your work from it. And with what we've accomplished, don't let that be taken away. The producers asked Simon, why are you so hopeful despite all the conflict that happened? He said, because I'm used to shit like this. I mean, families fight, and I've seen crazy families go left and right. With what I'm in right now, I would rate this from a 10 to a 2. Out of a rate from 1 to 10, this entire situation, I give it a 2. But it doesn't change my mind. I'm still going to marry Porsha. And right now, they just need to focus on Dennis and Porsha co-parenting, whether or not they're going to be together or not. Those were his words. And he saw the progress that was being made. So, of course, it's hard to come back from, oh, yeah, this is what Aunt Liz is saying. Aunt Liz is telling Porsha, I saw the progress you were making, and I know it's going to be hard for you to come back because of what happened. Okay, yes, Dennis cheated. He was a dog, right? But that was in the past. The past should not have been talked about at the table for everybody to hear. And now at the same point in time, you bringing up what he did to you in the past, this man feels attacked. And not only does he feel attacked, he feels like his mom is about to be attacked, and this man has the need to defend himself. She said after last night, realizing how messed up and how big the situation got, she was listening to Dennis and Dom talk about the situation. And when it brought up the cheating, it triggered her to bring up the woman and how the whole entire time she was irritated and she held on to the woman he cheated on her with. And that's when she brought it up. And she feels like I've been holding that in for such a long time. I never fully dealt with it because that's my daughter's father. And my whole intention was I want this to be about blending. And I apologize to the whole family. I honestly apologize that I wasn't thinking about reality. I wasn't thinking about how that made me look. I wasn't even thinking about Simon. I wasn't even thinking about him. I appreciate everybody, even though I've been naughty. I appreciate the experiences, but I can't deny that I feel sad about what happened. And it's a learning opportunity for everybody because I hate that how it ended this way. I feel like Porsha, stop it. Stop, because I don't believe you. Because same point in time, while you still talked about everybody else's intentions, what the fuck was your intentions? You keep on saying, I want this blended family. Blended family for what? For PJ, okay, great. Where do you need to start? You have not opened up to what you need to start with. Okay, you talked about how you were triggered when Don mentioned the woman that he found out that Dennis cheated on her with. But that was dealt with, right? That was understood, dealt with. Why are you still holding on to it? For what? For what? I thought that was over, right? So Simon says, I don't want this to be everybody. I don't want nobody to be knocked down by what happened. Let's move forward so we can be a supportive family of Porsha and Pilar. Aunt Liz agrees because that's the key. We were supposed to be supporting you. But you need to also understand what everybody is supporting because, excuse me, while you're telling everybody what they need to do, they don't understand it because you're telling them, don't question me. Don't ask me to think more than what I don't want to think on. Just be there for me because I need everybody to see how I'm the one that's trying to build this family together. And I don't want Dennis to be the main one doing all the work. I don't want him to be the good guy. I want me to be the good guy and let him be the bad guy because he's cheating on me. It's been 2 days later since the trip. Everybody's back in Atlanta. Mama Diane is still in the bed. What happened to her? Why is she still bedridden? After 4 days, she hasn't felt and she hasn't been able to get up from her back. What happened? So Porsha brings her some lemon pepper wings and she tells her what happened. Porsha lied on this. Let me let you know right now. She lied through her teeth explaining the story. So before she gets there, Esther calls Diane. She said, did Porsha tell you what happened? No, she's on her way to tell me right now. Maybe something good because maybe she want me to get upset. So Porsha comes in. She tells her everybody missed her on the trip. She said the trip was good, but there were some good things that got out of hand. Like, let's start off. Dennis told Simon that He has a guest coming and he asked me if she can come. That's not what happened. He did not ask you if he can bring a guest. He told Simon, I'm bringing a guest. Let Porsha know. That's what happened. And now Porsha's trying to say that's my problem right there. Like, if he's bringing a guest, then that lets me know his intentions from the beginning wasn't to build a family. And he's trying to be paid, trying to be tit for tat. No, Porsha, you trying to be tit for tat. Because you're the one that was so irritated and very much on edge with knowing that he brought a date. Dennis already told Simon, I understand that I'm here for my daughter, but at the same point in time, I'm here by myself. While you lovey-dovey with Porsha, I'm here twiddling my thumb. So why not bring a date? And it shouldn't have been a big deal. I get it, it was family, but Dennis never brought her around. He respected Porsha enough to not do that. So that needs to be addressed right there. And again, trying to paint him like the bad guy. He was taking the process serious, but he was. Dennis was the main one going to Lauren's activities. He was the one that was doing the work, while you was full out of line with Simon, letting this be a vacation, not a healing retreat. And then you're still trying to make excuses as to why you cannot heal if the one person you don't get along with is in the room. Make it make sense. But this is the one person you need to get along with in order for this blended family to be right, right? So then it's like, he's trying to make me jealous. I have another female around because I'm with my man, or not my man, my fiance, and I have no feelings whatsoever. Girl, bye. So, where am I at? Right. So, and then, did I say it already? Yeah. Okay. So then, hearing that, Simon definitely felt the way about it, and she don't want him to feel away. She's in fear of what he might do when he put his foot down. So Lauren and her gonna go to the basement and get all of Genesis things, so that way it won't be misconstrued on how there's some unresolved feelings. There's nothing to hold on to. It's over. It's done with. So she continues with the story. But right now, as she's continuing with the story, the lights cut off. It's thundering and the lights cut off. That means God is telling you stop fucking lying, Porsha. Stop lying, because that's not how that is not how the situation came about. You know what I'm saying? Nothing was completely out of way or nothing was disastrous until you decided to make it an issue about the robe, about the date, and then about how you did not want the story of how he cheated on you to continue. Because then, of course, we're getting to that part right now. So as she's completing the conversation, she got some candles. She told Aunt Diane about the story about Dom and Dennis having that conversation about how he cheated on her with the woman that Dom found out. And Mama Gina said, first of all, why are we talking about this? Why do we keep talking about this? If it's a problem, move on. You know what I'm saying? And that was the truth. Mama Gina said, if that has been hashed, move on to something else. Change the subject, right? So then Storm, she has my back. And as she's having my back, Jenna said, shut the fuck up, bitch. He didn't say that, Porsha. He said, yo, Storm, shut the fuck up, bro. Because, again, Storm is speaking on shit she had nothing to speak on. She's hopping in a situation that has nothing to do with her, Porsha. That's the problem right there. You are allowing other people to speak up for you when they don't need to. Why you need yes men to speak up for you when a situation should have been handled, right? So, of course, going back and forth. And that's when, after he told Storm to shut the fuck up, Mama Diane, oh, that's when you got security on him, right? Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. See, Mama, you here. We here. That's exactly what I was thinking of. That's exactly what I did, right? So I said, then of course it flashes back to, of course, Porsha putting 20 on 10 by telling Dennis and his sluts and his mom to get the fuck out, right? So now we get a baby mama, baby daddy showdown, and I saw complete red. I blacked out. She said, I'm going to take accountability on my part because it shouldn't have gotten that bad. And I apologize for that. I feel so bad, but yet I'm human though. You know what I'm saying? She felt like she should have ground. Oh yeah. And after she felt human, she was glad that Aunt Liz was there to ground her, to calm her down, because that's exactly what her mother would have done. So Aunt Liz took the reins of calming her down, and she is so appreciative of that. And while she's appreciative of that, she's going to thank Aunt Liz by going to the Hosea Feed the Family headquarters because that's where the foundation for her grandfather. Also, with Porsha escalating that situation by being triggered by the woman that Jen is cheating on her with, she said that while she mentioned the woman, she shouldn't have let it get that far. When hearing about the conversation, it should have been deaded. The moment that she felt triggered, it should have been ending. The conversation should have been stopped. Well, that's what Mama Gina was doing, Porsha. Because we're not going to go backwards. Why are we talking about a situation that has been handled, right? So for Porsha, for you to now say now how it shouldn't have escalated to that point because you was triggered, then why didn't you stop it? You didn't want to because you wanted us to go right back into calling Dennis out, telling him how a fucked up man that he was, and completely ignoring your fuck shit. Ignoring all of the bullshit that led to this point, right? We're not going to talk about how Dom purposely brought that conversation up to let you know that we were in another conversation about what Dennis did to you. So right now we're painting you out to be the good guy, the woe was me, the victim. All the bullshit that's led to that you've done is going to get erased and swept under the rug because we're putting Dennis in the crossfire again. That's what it was. Y'all set that up to make Dennis like the bad guy again, but it made Porsha look worse. So she meets with Aunt Liz at the Hosea headquarters, and there are pictures of her grandfather everywhere. Aunt Liz was in activism. She was a mentor while Porsha was becoming in her activism. And and Aunt Liz was a good portion in her life, a great portion. So we're seeing videos of her grandfather walking inside Martin Luther King. And Hosea helps started back with her father in 1970. After Martin Luther King died, he followed in his path to guide him to what his next step would be. And he saw a homeless man. And he realized this homeless man hasn't eaten in 3 days. And that's what led the foundation. They feed 51,000 people a year, which is amazing. That's the legacy. They enter the warehouse, which is the largest warehouse owned by African American women in the region. I love that. So on this, after her father died, her and her husband took over, and that's when they created the headquarters. It's been a miracle. So they break to have a conversation. Aunt Liz is definitely traumatized by what happened at the trip. Porsha, me too. I cannot believe what happened. You know, but I believe Mama Gina got a kick out of it. I think she was smiling, like finally. No, Porsha, Aunt Gina was nowhere near excited about how you were yelling at her and her son, telling him to get the fuck out. You call him an ain't shit ass nigga, and you're about to fight her. And you punching the father of your child in the face. His mom was not happy about that portion. Why are you constantly bringing up someone else's part in it, but you still don't want to bring up yours? You still don't want to do that. You're not looking at yourself because you know in yourself you're fucked up, but you want to make someone else be the more fucked up person because you still have an issue with that person. And Aunt Liz said, I think you guys, if it would have been just you, Dennis, the baby, and Simon, it would have been fine. Without Dom, without Storm, the influence that they had on the situation, it wouldn't have been this bad. And Aunt Liz is absolutely correct because you allowed Storm to speak up on things she shouldn't speak up on. You allowed Dom to be the snitch, to be the op, to let you know what things was happening so you can have an introduction to how you feel, so you can have a conversation or get loud like it was last time. And she said that for them to bring up old mess at the table was not good. And they intentionally attacked a sore wound and opened it up again. So you have to think about that. You have to not act on the way you feel. Find another way to calm yourself down and don't engage. Porsha, I can't do that. I can't do when someone is attacking my family. I can't do that. Well, she said, first of all, come up with a different way to engage because that wasn't the right way. That's why Martin Luther King and Gandhi chose a nonviolence approach to conquer hostility. Aunt Liz said Porsha is beginning to understand the legacy, but she's not ready to carry it. Because because to carry a legacy, you have to do more than just, run a few marches, raise your fist for a few protests, and it's more than just doing that. You have to take sacrifices, and you have to let go of the things you find fond and comforting for you. Meaning Porsha needs to not focus on trying to spew us with everything her and Simon is doing and focus on this legacy that she wants Pilar to be proud of, right? Just like today. Porsha posted a video of Simon getting her name tagged on her. In his 60 years of age, she is so excited. Draws a whole heartfelt message of him getting her name tagged on her. Porsha, goodbye. And she also asked, do you think that you need to do damage control for the activism people? No, I don't think so. Because I don't have a box. I'm not attached to a box. I'm human. You know what I'm saying? And with what happened, I do believe that I am deeply disappointed in how things have acted. We lost sight for what the purpose of, which was this little girl right here. No, Porsha, you lost sight. That's not what you wanted this trip to be about. This trip wasn't about you trying to have a close knit for Pilar. That's not what the trip was about. And you know that. So Aunt Liz wanted Dennis and Porsha to come together because at the end of the day, this is about Pilar, okay? But the only way that's going to work is if Dennis does not need to feel attacked every time he comes around. He does not need to be reminded of what he did in the past. Oh, that doesn't happen. Porsha, it happened this season. The first time at the barbecue, your grandma brought up how Dennis is a playboy. The second time, you brought up the damn robe. The third time, you brought up how he cheated on you. That's been what this whole thing about. Paying Dennis not to be this bad person, so it sways from how the shit you partake in. And she wants Aunt Liz to talk to Dennis because the way that Aunt Liz broke it down for Porsha, she now realizes that I've lost sight and the perspective of everything has taught me to think differently and how she still believes in my vision to have this blended family. And of course, she said Dennis was trying. I definitely saw Dennis trying on this trip. He apologized to all the foolishness that happened the night before. He was partaking in the festivities. So I don't want this to be in vain. So she's going to take her advice. And she said, let him come over and have a conversation because they're getting prepared for Pilar surgery. So they're going to have some time where she's going to be healing. And that could be a good time for him to come over. And they have an opening coming up for the Hosea Health Foundation. I think she wants this to come, but I want them to be at a resolvement. I want them to be at a closure. I don't want no more strife coming in the family. So the next thing, we got Porsha and her assistant going to the basement to find out what things that Dennis have left behind. And there's a lot of stuff there. You know what I'm saying? First of all, she is minimizing exactly what he left because it's like, what am I saying? Oh, yeah, because Simon made it clear. Give Dennis his shit back, okay? So she wants to see what exactly is downstairs. But I need to let it go because I don't want Simon to think that I'm holding everything behind because I'm still tied to it. I want things to be let go. I am not holding on to nothing no more. Okay, Porsha, then why did you get upset about the robe if you're not holding on to nothing? Okay. So Dennis and Mama Gina, they're at his hot dog factory. They're having a conversation. She has not spoken to Porsha. She's giving Porsha the Lord. That's not my problem anymore. He asked how his mama's doing. She said, I'm fine, holding everything down. You know what I'm saying? But Dennis said something was off about that trip. Porsha was turning up. Something was off. She said, I was very much disrespected by a young lady who could have been my daughter-in-law. How could you have a close-knit family now after you went after the mother of your ex-fiance, the father of your child? How you go after the mother? Why? Because she's still not going to be on your side? Okay. And you can't be mad at everything. No, but it's about being respectful. You can't be disrespectful towards me. That's period. So the producers asked Dennis, something happened between Porsha and your mom. What happened? Okay, Porsha turning up, telling me to get the fuck out, tell my mom to get the fuck out, and Porsha lunges at mama. I step in between. And first of all, this is the mother of my child and my mama. There are only a few people in my life that are important to me. My mother, PJ, and Porsha. That's what it is right there. And Mama Gina says she ain't over you. She's in love with you and Simon. You might have a point there. So Mama Gina is in their lives. Oh yeah. So Mama Gina said, I know that was gonna happen, but I don't like people step out of line. I don't like that, especially when it comes to my child. Dennis said, Mom, I'm 40 years old. I don't want to handle myself. I know, but you're still my baby. Yeah, but I don't want you to come in. Because I think Dennis is really trying to protect his mom and being in the den of wolves by herself because Porsha has all these people gathered around her to speak on the things she wants them to speak on. They're her yes men. And it's just Dennis and his mother. They're by themselves. They don't have anybody on their side to understand exactly what's happening. They don't have anybody. So he kind of don't want his mom to be in the crossfires of that. I think he just wants her to be the grandmother. That's all I want you to do. Don't be into this bullshit. I got this. Don't be in this. And just like he just said right now, me and Porsha got beef, obviously, but it's family. If Lauren calls me up with a situation, I'm there in a hurry because that's my sis. Hell, dealing with Storm too, because that's family. It's so funny how Dennis believes that we can move past this, even though we got issues. It's just wondering how can we move past it, and I'm willing to do it because we're family. So, Portia is still struggling to find what exactly is Dennis. She finds some bundles that Dennis had a hair company from. She finds some clothes. She acts as if he don't have a lot of things there, but he knows he has a lot of stuff there. But she keep on minimizing exactly what it is, but she doesn't want to fully address on what stuff is there. And she was doing him a favor by let him have his clothes stay because he didn't have a storage or he didn't want to pay for storage. So this was like, a free space for it. But now since you're moving, give that shit back to him. He can afford it. So now she's feeling like, he doesn't he wants everything to stay here. Like I'm holding everything against him. I'm the one that's still holding on to things, but it's him trying to stay connected to me. But the producers asked, what do you have there? A couch, a grill, entertainment system, some plates, and some clothes. He got some stuff there that he does need to get rid of. But then she wanted him to come over to the house and get it himself if he thinks he has so much stuff here. He has a lot of stuff to Porsha. Because you just said it a few episodes ago, when you break up with someone, that means you let go of things, right? Yeah, but there's some things that I'm not gonna be fully let go of. I'm not gonna there's still some memories there. I'm not gonna fully let go. It's like how the robe. You use that robe because you felt like you were fabulous in it. But that's not yours. Buy your own shit. So now she found a bag of socks and said, that's it? That's all he has? Oh girl, bye. You all trying to say I'm keeping his stuff. Da, da, da. So she calls her mom. Her mom said, that's it? Oh, okay. I see what he was doing. So we go to not Aunt Diane. Mama Diane's boy, Larry. He said, okay, is that it? No, wait. First of all, that shelf. He has plates over there. Those plates? Oh, those are first apartment plates. Oh, those are my first move out plates. That's what he wanted. Don't do that, Porsha, because when you divorce from Cordell, you got to start all over. So don't do that. And another area, it was some mail. He has to pay his taxes. I'll give him his mail. So, okay, so he got clothes, socks, 4 plates. Cool. That's what he got. Porsha, again, lumping everybody else to say how everything went wrong. And I wish it didn't happen that way. I'm glad I spoke to Aunt Liz. And she wants me and Dennis to get together because it would have been a blended family. If it was just us and not everybody else, it would have been cool, right? So she wants Aunt Liz to have a conversation with Dennis because she needs to tighten her circle. Hence why there wasn't that many family members. It was just friends, associates, ass kissers. That's what's it. So she is confident in her situation and she wanted him to get together so they can conversate and move forward. So she's going to take Aunt Liz's advice. But she keeps on talking about these bundles that Dennis left her. And now she wants to flaunt it in front of him with this new bob. You still want to, in some way, Porsha, you still connect with trying to make Dennis look back on how he lost. You're now flaunting bundles that are not even yours. He must have gifted you those bundles for you to test out. And now you're going to use, again, what's technically his to throw it in his face. So this is the end. It's the day before PJ's surgery. She's packing up her clothes. Her mother answers the phone. She's nervous because she was diagnosed with sleep apnea. So they have to take her tonsils out. Both of them. They're actually large. And the ampenoid in her nose. So she's worried about the aftercare because the medication that she's about to be provided, she's so small. And I don't want her to be in pain. I can understand that when you have to wait for a certain age for your kid to take really good medicine. You have to go with baby Tylenol and everything until they're of age to take that really good stuff. So, of course, she's worried about the pain. I don't want my daughter to be in pain. I don't want to cry. With COVID restrictions, only 2 people could be in the room. And it's only for 2 days, Porsha. So don't pack over. Don't pack more than what you need. The gate's calling her because Dennis is at the gate dropping off PJ, right? So she wants to have a conversation so they can, like, move forward with everything. So she answered the door, and she answers the door. She says, "Hi, mamas, I miss you." And then she says, "Do you want to come inside and have a little chat?" And that's when it ends off. Dennis is definitely looking apprehensive by walking through that door. And I know he is. But next episode is the season finale. We're going to get another conversation. I feel like some more bullshit coming our way. But that's it, you all. That's it, you guys. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for my next video. And I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.